So to mount that one slot or Mustang or teardrop tank for custom motorcycles from American custom motorcycles, you have to drill holes on your frame and then you mount somehow your tank, But the problem I have is that, as you know, I live in Germany, and here there is more forbidden than allowed, much more. So you are not allowed to drill or weld on your frame, the frame of the motorcycle. The motorcycles or cars or vehicles, motor vehicles in Germany are registered after those VIN numbers that are on the chassis, and this one is for the exhaust, from the other side must be that, and not the numbers of the engines. If you have a frame that's registered in, like this one, 1999, you must have a same period, no matter how manufacturer are out, or you can do it engine, to run it in it, or younger. So to avoid that emissions, gas emissions and stuff, problems, you can't put a panhead Harley Davidson in this frame. That will be illegal here, so you can't get it registered. So, and the registration goes on the chassis, as I said, so you can change engines, swap engines, as much as you can, as long as they are the same age or younger, or even if 1 or 2 years older, but have the same emissions, gas emissions and stuff, as what you have on the frame period for this motorcycle. So the frame is untouchable here. It's very holly, so you can't chop it. That's why choppers are illegal in Germany. So what is a chopper again? A chopper is a motorcycle where you chop the frame here. You make the neck rake, you change the neck rake, or you make it higher or lower or thicker when you pull it to the front. You know what I mean. And here in Germany it's forbidden, so there are no choppers around. Maybe if they are made 70 in the 70s or something and registered in the 70s, but now it's totally illegal. So not only welding on the frame or chopping, but even drilling holes in it. So I am not allowed to drill any holes. If I go to inspection and I see new holes in the frame, that will cancel my registration for this motorcycle. So those what you see here are cuts. I cut those, the mount for the old mount of the thermostat, and another mount for there was some thread like this one, but bigger here for the fuel tank, I think. Yeah, so I cut those. I will cut even those here because I don't need them anymore. And I built this one. Like everything, me, it's pretty complicated system, but I built it from scratch. I took a rod, I just cut it somehow, this form, then I drilled a hole that fits here, and this original thread here. Those 2 cuts are just to allow me to lower this hole down, so I hammered on it. This cut is just because it went pretty short, so I had to cut it and strengthen it from the bottom and make it a bit longer again. I closed it here, made a hole, as you can see, and those 2 legs here, I welded them on it. Here there is a screw that goes on the tank. So I take this thing here, this part. As you see here on the frame, there is originally this squarish form. So I just fit those both there until the holes matches here. And then I took a screw I grinded a little bit the head to make it thinner. I still know if I needed a thin wall or head screw or not, but that's what I did. What I did till now. Maybe later I'll change it to a normal screw and a bit longer. Oops, sorry. So now we have this thing really fixed to the motorcycle. As I said, pushed inside here from both sides, as you can see here and here, and then screwed with one screw. Then I take my fuel tank. So, as you see, the tunnel under the fuel tank goes pretty much high there. So I welded this sheet of metal here, and I made it a bit round to match the form, the shape of the tank. It was better, but later I had to reform it just to put this pin here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's turn it a bit to the light here. Yeah, and that one will go here inside the hole. So, let me show you. So here I am again. I will redo it again. I just pushed the cell phone on the workbench. So this pin must go here inside. Yeah, it is inside. And now the screw matches. The washer and the head nuts. Hat nut, hood nut, I don't know, but in German they call it hat nut. That's not with the head. So my tank is actually pretty mounted. I don't know, somebody tells me that I have to isolate it, insulate it from the middle, you know, with some rubber. And others say it's okay. The VN800, as I rebuilt and remade, there is a lot of connection between the fuel tank and the frame. I mean, the whole electricity. But it runs and nothing happens. I don't know. Maybe I must, maybe I not. But I have to check that exactly. But it is pretty well fit out there, you know. And here we are. I'll take you around. Next, maybe I will make the rear and front fenders. My air cleaner from the last video. So, yeah. Now I explained why choppers are illegal in Germany and most of Europe. Not most, but many places in Europe here. But we try to manage to, you know, go a bit near that shape of chopper, you know, the higher tank. And yeah, you know, you're allowed here, for example, to buy a front end with another triple tree, and the front end is longer, so you have that long fork. Many call it chopper, but it's not a chopper because the frame is not chopped, you know. It just, but it changes even the angle, and it's a bit different to take a curve, a corner on it. I haven't tried, you know, to be honest, but I'm talking about the physics, you know. And here we are. Tank is mounted, air cleaner is mounted. So I have to make a mount for this one, not to keep it loose like this. I have to build something, and something for the speedometer too. I have to mount it, both fenders. And then I have to build a box here where to hide my electronics and battery and stuff. And I don't want to use the original covers, the plastic ones. I will make something mine out of metal and stuff, you know. And here we are. See you later.